Walking outside labyrinthian over cracks along under the trees.
Hi, I'm Dylan Hill and I'm a senior here at Montgomery. This video is meant to show my experience through the college application process. By no means am I attempting to brag about what college I get into or where I apply, but rather just kind of share with you what my experience has been like through this journey. I applied to 8 universities, those being Appalachian State, Denison University, Michigan State, Penn State, Seton Hall University, Villanova University, Wake Forest University, and Washington and Lee University.
Saw your boyfriend at the Port Authority, sort of fucked up place. Well, so I averted my stride on a quick one. Just coming back, we're going over your place. I feel like we could forget about it. I feel like I could mellow out.
This is like the worst. Oh man. Yeah, it's taking forever. Log in. I don't know. It's logging in. Alright, first year application. Open application. I got accepted. Wow.
Guys, it's taking very long.
Oh my god.
Sorry, okay, he's not interested.
Needling my way home, I saw Leah on the bus a few months ago.
Yo.
Some old friends at her funeral. My steps keep splitting my grief through these solipsistic moods. I should call my parents when I think of them.
Yo, I got it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Maybe I should have gone out when you guys are still in town. I got to call.
Yippee!
How every outcome such a come down.
Is this your most recent decision? Congratulations! Alright, so that's an acceptance. I'm gonna see if there is an honors college decision yet.
At the beginning of this whole process, I didn't have a whole lot of knowledge as to what to expect or about anything relating to college applications. So here are some of my key takeaways that might help people in the future when it comes to applying to college. First of all, get started early. I know it seems like you have a lot of time, and maybe you do, but it starts to fly once you hit senior year. So I would suggest that the summer before your senior year or at the very start of the school year, you start working on these college applications. That way you can get essays done, you can get letters of recommendation all tucked away and set, and you can have early action and early decision applications done depending on if that's right for you. I also recommend you do some research on those to figure out what's the best course of action for you. also super important that you take some sort of standardized test, either the ACT or the SAT. Personally, I took the SAT and I took it twice. That's the next thing I would recommend, is to take the SAT or ACT multiple times. The first time I took the SAT, I got a 1270, a score I was super proud of, but a lot of the colleges I was applying to didn't really have that within their range of what they were looking for. So I studied up and I got more familiar with the wording and the questions of the SAT, and I was able to get a 1310 on my next test. So I was able to super score those two, and I took my 640 from math from the first test and my 680 in English from the second test, and I combined them to a 1320, and I submitted that to a lot of colleges that I applied to. Some colleges are test optional, and that means you don't have to submit your test scores to them, which is super great if you get a test score that you're not happy with, or if you are for some reason unable to take the ACT or SAT. So it gives you that freedom when applying to maybe not have to worry about submitting those scores, but those scores can also help you in the end game of getting into a college, because it might set you apart from other applicants. So, January 31st, Penn State admissions were supposed to come out. I checked all day and there were no results. So I was getting super nervous, and then February 1st, 12:04 a.m., I checked my portal one last time before I went to bed, and I got accepted main campus Belisario College of Communications. So, when I originally applied to Washington and Lee, I also applied for something called the Johnson Scholarship. And essentially, it's a full-ride scholarship. It pays for tuition, room and board, meals. Realistically, all I would need to pay for is my books. That amount of money is pretty much life-changing. And the other day, I found out I'm a finalist for it. So, what that means is at the beginning of March, for 3 days, I will go down to Virginia and I will interview. Hopefully I get the scholarship. That would be incredible, although there is a limited number of spots, so who knows. I should also note that I didn't receive a letter of acceptance from Washington and Lee, but because they're considering me for the Johnson Scholarship, I want to think that they will accept me, but I don't know, that might just be wishful thinking. From March 2nd to March 4th, I spent my time at Washington and Lee University. This was a part of the Johnson Finalist Scholarship event. I got to sit in on some pretty cool classes, specifically producing for TV and web, which I found really interesting. I also interviewed there, which I was super nervous about. However, I think my interview went very well, and I should hear about the scholarship within a couple of weeks.
Log in. If it's not there, oh man, I would be so sad. Status update. Okay, I got in. Additionally, on behalf of our scholarship community, I want to thank you for participating in the Johnson Scholarship Selection. It is my job to inform you that you have been designated a winner of a Johnson Scholarship. Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I wanna drop my arms and take your arms.
Okay. View update. Exception! A lot of people think that academics are the only way to get into college. Well, academics are definitely important. You know, you need to get good grades in school. There's a lot more that goes into it. Colleges want to see how you manage your time. They want to see what you choose to get involved in during high school. So resume building is a super important factor in admissions, and I highly suggest you get involved in sports, involved in clubs, do community service. Colleges want to see how you choose to spend your time. They want to see what characterizes you. They want to see you taking initiative in your community, in your school, and they want to see the leadership skills you've gained from those positions.
Is it just the way we stand? Were you lying all the time? Was it just a game to you? But I'm in so deep. You know
All right.
I'm such a fool.
View update.
You got me wrapped around your
There's a black screen.
finger.
That's not good. Oh no, it's a video. Oh.
Do you have to?
Hello,
Do you
my
have
name is
to?
Sarah Phillips,
Do you
going
have
to
to
Villanova
let it
University's
linger?
Office of Undergraduate Admission. Let me be the first to say, welcome to Villanova.
Okay, I got it. Nice.
I thought nothing could go wrong, but I was wrong. I was wrong.
We got 2 for today. Wake Forest and Villanova.
Could get by,
Alright, log in.
trying not to lie.
It's working fine on here.
Things wouldn't be so
Alright, view update.
and I wouldn't feel so used, but you always really knew.
Dear Dylan, thank you for your interest in an application to Wake Forest University. We had the good fortune to consider your credentials alongside a remarkable pool of qualified candidates for class 2029.
You got me wrapped around your finger.
No, rejected. Correction, waitlisted.
Let it linger. Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger?
I've heard back from all 8 of the universities I applied to, and now it's my turn to make a decision. So there were 2 factors guiding my final decision. Number 1 was fit. So I've toured a lot of the campuses that I applied to, and some of them felt better than others, but fit is a super important part of this whole process because this is the next 4 years of your life. So you want to be somewhere where you feel at home and where you genuinely want to be at. Number 2 is financials, and for me that was a super important part in that I don't want to be hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. So you know, scholarships and financial aid definitely came in big in that aspect. And so with that, you know, taking both of them into consideration, there was only one real obvious answer, and that was Washington and Lee University, which I will be attending in the fall of 2025 as a strategic communications major. With the Johnson Scholarship, it just really set me up for success, and I'm super grateful for that.
And I found out yesterday, and I'm in love, and I don't know what else to say. But thank you, Lord, for that sundress on that Saturday, walking barefoot down the beach. Smell of the rain up in the Smell the flowers in the air, and I swear on my life, if you need a joke, I'll be there. You need a smoke, you take my spare. I always thought you were fine.